Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be answering a major question, and that is, how much do you pay for a Crown Vic? And today we're talking about either the Crown Vic Interceptor, the civilian model, the detective model. We're going to go ahead today and cover that question and try to cover each Crown Vic as we go. And in this video, you're going to see a few different Crown Vics. Now, this is the only Crown Vic right here that you don't see on the channel, where it's going to be on the channel now, but every other one I have owned, and it's some that you don't see on the channel that I have owned. So I believe that I qualify to share information with you guys on how much you should be paying for these cars. Now, of course, this right here is the Mercury Marauder. This is a special limited edition car, so we won't cover this, but I just want to throw it in there just to let you guys see it. This was a 2004 Mercury Marauder, and the color is silver birch, fully loaded, leather, heated seats, sunroof, you name it, it has it, bells and whistles. Now we're getting to the meats and butter of the meal, or meats and potatoes, whatever you want to call it. So here on the left, we have the 2005 Police Interceptor, and on the right, there's the 1997. Now, of course, check out this 2005. You know, it has a little bumps and bruises, you know, got a little missing light cover. The paint, of course, is black and white. Now, as we stay tuned, you will see this car right here in a different color. Now, if you're buying a car like this, it's already, you know, black and white, need a few things done to it, but it runs great. You want to stay around if you buy it from the auction, around $1,200 to $1,500 from the auction. That's the most you want to spend on that, because you will have to get it painted. Now, if you buy it off someone, maybe, you know, $1,800 the most, or $1,900. But that's the price range you want to stay if you have to do anything to it as far as paint, any type of body work, anything like that. Now, on the right here, this also is an Interceptor, but this is the detective model. And we're going to take a look at the inside of it. Nice and clean, low mileage. Now, of course, it is an older model, but as you see, it looks nice, clean. It actually looks better than the black and white one, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Now, price wise on this car, in this shape here, nice clean interior, low mileage, body is in great shape. I'm talking about the 97. You want, since it's an older one, you know, $2,000 with it being this nice. Now, if it's not this nice, if it's, you know, in the shape of the black and white one that's next to it, yeah, you're right at $1,000. Sometimes I have seen these cars right here, if they're like a civilian model and they're super even cleaner, like digital dash, maybe leather interior, you might want to bump it up to like $2,800, maybe $3,000. But it has to be super clean, low mileage, under 100,000 miles. Let's see what she does. Now, this one here brings us to the most common color, the most common setup that you can find on the Crown Vic, and that is the all-white paint with the steel wheels. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, okay, now what does this car here go for? Now, this one ranges at a different price, because now if you can find this one in a nice, clean setup, as you see, this one here has low mileage. A nice clean one like this from the auction will run you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 at auction. If it's nice and clean, the body is great, everything has to be great on the car. Anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 at the auction. Now, if it's not so great, if it has maybe 170, 180,000 miles, if the body is not so clean, stickers, dents, decals, I mean, all that stuff, holes everywhere, then you're looking anywhere from $500 to maybe $800 or $900. Earlier on the channel, a while back, I did show a Crown Vic similar to this one that I only paid $500 for. It wasn't running, but it just needed a fuel pump. Put the fuel pump in it, and it was back running, cleaned it up, but it had like over 300,000 miles on it. The interior was done. It was worn out. Actually had the plastic back seat. So, you know, if you want one that's super clean like this, you know, you're looking at a higher price. Now, if you want to buy it off of a person or from a dealership, talking anywhere from $3,000 to $4,500 from a dealer or private seller. I know some people are thinking $4,500, but you have to take into consideration how often do you see one that's just super clean. All you have to do is get in it, turn the key, and drive. You don't have to worry about paint. You don't have to worry about wheels. You don't have to worry about the interior. Now we have here, this is this car that you seen earlier that was sitting next to the silver 97 Crown Vic. So this is the black and white, well, used to be black and white. As you see now, it looks totally different. The car, like I said, so this one I got at a fair price, right around somewhere, I think it was somewhere around $1,000 when I first bought the car. The paint job cost right at $1,000. Of course I did the lights. Did the wheel covers, put some money into the engine as far as the belt, coolant flush. I did a couple things to this, brakes, put some money into it. But as you see, it did come out very nice. Now, if you want to buy one with the already painted at the auction, maybe with a nice color on it, yeah, you definitely, at the auction, you're going to be right at $2,500. I've seen some that's already nice and clean with a nice color on them go for $3,000 at the auction. So now if you think about it, well, if you buy it from a private seller or from a dealer, you're going to be, easily $4,000 to $6,000, somewhere in there. But you can get them at auction somewhere between $2,500 to $3,200, somewhere in there if you want one that's already clean just like this. Now, of course, with this car, I didn't mind putting the extra money into it because I got it at a fair price. I did have to drive a great distance to go get it, but it was worth it. I was able to drive the car back, do some things to it, waited a while, got it painted, did the upgrades to it, and it actually came out very nice. And that same price for this car will go for your civilian models. So if you find a civilian car, low miles, nice and clean, look to pay between $3,000 to maybe $3,800 for it. If you can talk them down to maybe $25,000, that's what I call a great deal. Now there are different trim levels to the civilian models. Like I said, some have cloth, some has leather, some has the digital dash. If you're looking for one that's fully loaded, leather, digital dash, all your bells and whistles, you're definitely going to be in the high 3s, maybe 4s. If you're not too concerned about digital dash and leather, you can look somewhere between $2,500 to $3,000. So your prices, they range depending on how the car looks, if you need any work, mileage. Now, what is considered low mileage for these cars? Anything that's 120,000 miles and less. High mileage will be anything between 150 and up. Now, of course, there's a little gray area between the 120 and the 150. That's, leave it at your discretion. You can take into consideration what type of shape the vehicle's in. Because some can have 100,000 miles but be worn out, they just wasn't taken care of. Some can have 170,000 miles, but they were taken care of, and they only look like they have 90,000 miles. So it all depends.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.